Okay, thank you for your patience, sir.
Sure, that's okay.
Would you please give me your name?
Jose Aliaga. Jose Aliaga. Some people call me Antonio Banderas, so I go by Jose Aliaga.
Aliaga?
Yeah.
Did you get that right? Okay, I
Yeah,
forgot to say.
Aliag like George, A
Yeah.
like Apple.
Got it. Okay, now I was going to say it is Saturday, November 7th, about 5:51 p.m., and we are just outside of Detroit, Michigan. Jose, are you a resident of Michigan?
Yes,
Okay, how long have you been a resident?
20 years.
Okay. Are you over the age of 18?
Yes,
Okay. And did you personally witness all the things that we're going to talk about today?
yes.
Okay. Where were you on November 3rd?
I was 5 o'clock. I was in the Cobo Hall, 5 p.m. to 5:30 in the morning.
5 p.m. to 5:30.
In the morning.
Were you there on the 4th or 5th?
No.
Okay, just the 3rd.
Well, the 4th, yes, because I leave at 4:30 in the morning.
Thank you. That's you're correct. Okay, what was your role there?
Well, I went there to help out. So when the thing is different than everybody else is like I walked there, I was told that I just have to bring my driver license. So I go and check out every single one that come to
Can
support.
you slow down just a little for me?
Sure. Every single person that show up to support Trump have to check out in the table.
Uh-huh. They have to sign in?
Sign in, yeah.
Okay.
So I was there.
So I take it that you were there with the Republican
Yes.
Party? Okay.
Yes, they ask you that question. You Republican, Democrat, who you are? I said I come from supporting President Trump.
And you were a poll challenger?
I was a poll challenger.
Okay.
Yeah. So when I go there, there was a problem there because I get my driver licenses. You need to bring a credential from the GOP or the Republican Party. So he says, well, I don't have it. Oh, well, you can be in that square. They put me in a square with the rest of the media.
Mm-hmm.
And they told me, but hey, I come to do my work. My work is look for the ballots. Oh, no, you have to stay there. But just for you know, the Democrats or the people that were there supporting Biden, they don't wear any credentials, nothing. There were a bunch of people there walking around the tables. But if you were supporting Donald Trump, you need to wear a credential which show your name, GOP, and then. But everybody else didn't wear that except us. But if you know,
sorry, let me interrupt you for one moment. How did you know the guys with no credentials were there supporting the Democrats?
Because if this is the table where they do the count of the votes, there was like 5 people. The Democrats, didn't have the badge from Republican, they were walking around. If we were 60 people, there were 220 or more, maybe 300 people walking.
So you were 60 Republicans. There were, I didn't quite understand.
Yeah, 60 people from volunteer for President Trump.
Okay.
And the Democrats were like maybe 200 or more. There were a lot of it. The reason I can tell you that is when I was walking there, I had these 2 women follow me around. I mean, it was tattoos. They looked really like the type that, to me, they didn't look very decent people. For instance, as you know, everybody told you we cannot use cell phones.
Yeah.
So I text an attorney for elections, and he texts me back and he sent me the law. The law says here then I'm allowed to actually use my cell phone.
Mm-hmm.
But they told me when I take my cell phone out, they told me next time you take your cell phone, we're gonna call the cops and you are out of this building. Even though I told, but I can show you the law. The law says my cell phone. You're not allowed to show your cell phone, sir. Put your cell phone down. But the law says here that no, you put your cell phone down or call the cops. But I can show you the law.
Who were these? You said there were 2 females?
Yes, 2 females. Oh, the ones that follow me?
Yeah.
When I want to make phone calls, I will go to, it's true. I mean, I don't know what I went to the bathroom.
Were they white, black, Hispanic, these ladies that you spoke to?
White.
Asian? Okay, white.
2 white, and then, and there was another old lady. So their job wasn't protect Biden votes. Their job was intimidate me, make me feel like crap, make me feel like they're gonna, anytime I do whatever, they're gonna beat me up or something. It was one tall guy, this size, white, with a yellow shirt, right? He will go around you guys, wherever, and he will call this your name. So he says, for instance, Jose, 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 follow you everywhere to make you feel, hey, what's wrong with you? Hey, dude, dude, this kind of words, but repeat my name. He's not my friend enough, but trying to make me feel like uncomfortable. So, for instance,
Can you describe this guy?
very tall, this side,
Yeah.
a little bit brown hair, green eyes. He wear a yellow shirt. It was different type of groups. The ones that wear yellow shorts say something about vote something, whatever, but vote. And to me, the way how they act, they were type of Antifa people. To me,
Yeah.
there was Antifa people. Okay, to me. So,
Was he a white guy?
white guy, yes.
Okay.
He was after everybody. This is the guy who was picking fights. He wants to fight with everyone.
He was picking fights.
I mean, if I says something back, probably end up a fight. But I was trying to be concentrated in my role. So, for instance, when people was one of the things is when they some of these people working in the counting of votes, they have supposed to be some votes or something wrong in the ballot.
Mhm.
They have to grab a new ballot. So my job was follow these people to make sure when they rewrite what is the old ballot is the same thing like the one who was not right.
Mhm.
So when I go there and when I see it, these two girls in both sides who says 6 feet apart, 6 feet apart. Well, I want to see I just want to see that it's right. I'm not doing anything. I don't put nothing there. No, you can close the table. Call the cops. Call the cops. And they texting at their cell phone and come other guy, other person, and suddenly you have 6 people against one, yelling you, screaming you because they don't want me to watch right there. It was 3 people and they blocked me like that, and I just want to see. Starting 6 feet apart, 6 feet apart. Call the cops. Call the cops. So I go and call our attorney. We just have, I was one attorney there for the Republicans, and this guy have to go around everywhere to be able to help it, So it was to me it was a very intimidating, very concerning the way how it went. But just to don't forget this, in the beginning I was for 3 hours in one box. It was a red type red. In a box I couldn't do anything. And I just said, but I want to show you my credentials in my cell phone. You're not allowed to use your cell phone. So suddenly, after 3 hours, somebody came and bring me one credential. So after 3 hours, I will be able to walk. And then what I see is, and different than everybody else, so I don't give you the same story to everybody. Around 3:30, 3:35, I mean, everybody us were tired. Those people were really, looks like they rest really well. Their job was intimidating us. At 3:30 or 3:45 came some ballots. It came a truck with a lot of ballots. It looks like absentee. So when this absentee came, the first thing I did is I went down and tried to count how many boxes there. It was, somebody told me 60, I saw 59. New ballots in came around 3. At that time, I checked my phone like this. I saw Trump were winning Michigan by 300,000 votes. At that time, at 3:30, we were winning at 300,000 votes. And when that came, I didn't look like even there was too many votes. It looks like 59 boxes in maybe each box.
All right, Jose. Let's pick up where we left off. You were telling me about something you witnessed at 3:30 in the morning.
Around that time, yes.
I think you had said that at that point, President Trump was ahead.
Yeah, by 300,000 votes. I
Okay.
checked on my phone, yes.
Go ahead from there.
Well, then suddenly came a truck and brought like I got on the 59 boxes of absentee ballots, and then but no way it was even there 300,000 votes or that's happened. So suddenly, and then when those came, it took a little while. They put it around those tables, so I went to table 1 and 2 to be able to look at how they open in those new envelopes, I find out that the ballots, um, they have um, they have all the vote for Biden and Senator Gary Peters. That's it. Not everything else was blank, and everything was with black pen. So it's weird because when you do absentees and you have too many, why everybody use black pens? Why they didn't use blue? Because you're allowed to do when you read instructions for absentee. Because I done it, you can use blue too.
Did you tell me there were only votes for Peters and for Biden?
Yeah.
The rest of the races were blank?
Yes, it's what I saw when I was watching this. Yes.
Huh.
Yes. Just in table 1 and 2, correct. And then every time I want to be close to look at it, most of it, they kick me out. It was always these 3 people say 6 feet apart, 6 feet apart. And they will, when they will raise their hand, and will come more of those people and try to intimidate me they don't want me to keep watching what I was be able to watch. And yeah, like everybody else, I was really tired. Really, really tired. It was a lower pain in my back and that was uncomfortable. But those guys, they have a great sleep. They were ready to go, and they were really alert about what's going on to make sure very much that I don't do my job. So, in summary, their job is make us feel uncomfortable, make us lose concentration in the process. And our job was actually to make sure that they're not cheating, but their job was, like I said, try to make us feel miserable.
How many of those ballots did you see that only had candidates selected for 2 races?
Probably several, more than 10 that I couldn't watch, because every time I try to be closer, I got these people that yell, screaming, and they want me put me apart, far away from the table.
But you saw at least 7 to 10?
Yes, for Gary Peters and for Biden. And he says, why I don't see anything for Trump or for libertarian candidate, or some people write in Mickey Mouse. I don't see nothing like that.
Wow. Okay, what else did you witness?
At some point, Senator Patrick Kovac, which is an engineer, former senator, he was sitting there with Randy Bishop.
Who is this?
Senator Patrick Kovac, former state legislature. He's an engineer from the NASA. So he called me at the side. He's a Republican. He was there, and he says, Jose, the cheating is also right there. He showed the routers and the computers down there, and he says that he told me, you're gonna see by tomorrow Biden win this. I says, what? Why are you saying that, Senator? All these routers, I know how this works. You're gonna see that. Is what he told me. And actually, before I left, I checked my cell phone again. At 3:30, we were winning by 300,000. Then went down to 200,000. When I left the building, Biden was just 10,000 votes close to Trump when I was leaving by 5 in the morning.
So within 3 hours, that window closed.
That window closed and flipped. Yeah, it changed. So 300,000, I mean, it's quite a lot. We were winning more than close to 80%, and then flip. You flip.
Anything else that you witnessed, Jose, that you want to tell us about?
At one point, I was walking with a lady that works in that table. I guess I don't know if she said that I was Republican. I think she may say I was a Democrat. I was kind of very tired, but I was walking with her. Just every time somebody walked around, and she mentioned something about extra votes. She says that. I hear she saying extra votes.
And was she a Democrat poll worker or poll challenger? I mean.
No, she was working in the counting the votes. She was one of the few that were white.
Okay.
She was probably 58, between 58 and 60. She mentioned something about extra votes when I was walking through, hearing what she's saying. I recall she says that. Something else. Oh, when I leave at 5:30, there was surprising. Already was several people coming. So you can see the 2 shifts of people, like all these Antifa people that was working all night, making our life uncomfortable. They're leaving, and just another probably 300 people coming in. Obviously, some of them were the new chief for the people that have to vote. They have to count the votes, but also the new chief of Democrats that are coming to make sure they're gonna keep doing the nasty thing up there. Because several cars, the whole parking of the Cobo was full of people coming in. Just at 5:30, they were coming several people. So they were very well organized about this.
Jose, it's not really directly related to what you experienced. Where did you tell me that you were originally from when you first came here today?
From where I born? Or?
Yeah.
I born in Peru.
Peru?
Yeah.
Okay. Very interesting.
Yeah.
So you've been in this country a while.
Yeah, I'm a U.S. citizen.
Have you ever experienced anything like this before, here or in Peru?
Well, I know that Venezuela is like this, a communist country. They actually, the elections are not really right, there's lies and all that. Peru has something similar in 2000, where actually they do it to the computers. For instance, two examples right now, what happened in Rochester Hills, I don't know if you're aware, with Madam Kochenfender.
In where?
Rochester Hills. On Rochester Hills, election night by around 11 something, Adam Kochenfender, County Commissioner, Republican candidate, conceded his election because the outcome was that he lost by 150 votes. But 2 hours later, the clerk of Rochester Hills says the software has something wrong in the votes, and actually he ended up winning by more than 200 votes. So it was a mistake in the software. There was another county too, I looked in social media. One of the counties also Trump lose, but then the clerk verified because it's weird because always the Republicans win there, and ended up the software that changed the votes.
Mm-hmm.
So after actually you look into, they decided the software failed in one county and one well-known city in Rochester Hills.
But I gotta ask, I mean, after all that you went through to come to this country and be an American citizen, how did it make you feel to be treated like that when you were just going to try and participate in democracy?
I feel that, to me, I feel that this election was stolen. I think there was a lies. I think that Democrats prepared this, they were prepared to cheat this election. I feel that democracy in America is in danger. And I think that if hopefully we should do something about it, because this is totally wrong. I do believe that in the process we need to follow the law. The law says that every single vote count until 8 p.m. After the polls close, we shouldn't be accepting more votes. I'm Independence Township trustee. I got elected in America. I'm holding office right now. At my township, we have votes that come after 8 o'clock, absentees. We have people that drop even in the box after 8:10, 8:15. Guess what? We didn't count those votes. Those votes went to a box and they said, we're separated. But in Detroit, no. At 3:30, 4 o'clock, next day, coming more votes, I'm all for Biden. So I don't think so that's right, it's legal. I think that's illegal. Because everybody else follow the rules and close except for Detroit.
One more question for you, Jose. Did anybody offer you any payment or any money or any compensation to come here and talk to me today?
No. Anybody offer me money compensation to come here? No.
Okay, thank you very much.